Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, guys. Thank you. Good morning, all. Let's wait for 5 minutes. Okay, then we'll start the session. Achyut Goda, can you please ping me from your WhatsApp number? Achyut and Goda.
Yeah, okay. Good morning, Shimbu. We
Yeah.
need to ping from WhatsApp.
Yes, yes, yes. You have to ping me. Yeah, I hope you have my number, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, please ping me from your WhatsApp number. And Achyut as well. Achyut. Devendra Goda. Okay, done.
Yes, Devendra Gowda. I already pinged.
Okay, okay. Got you. Let me rename this as a Devendra. Okay. Achyut. Achyut, can you please ping me from your WhatsApp number? Do you have my number, Achyut? Achyut
Yes,
means.
Sharma. Already I did.
Oh, okay, got you. Let me change this name to.
Yeah, I will change later.
Okay,
For the
okay. For the sake of an idea, I'm changing your name to Vasvi. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's wait for 5 minutes, guys. Okay, then we'll start the session. Anil, can you please ping me from your WhatsApp number? Okay, Anil. Okay, done. Anil Reddy? Can you please ping me from your WhatsApp number? Anil Reddy. Just wait for 3 minutes, okay? You just ping me from your WhatsApp number. Okay, that's fine. Let me. Right, guys. Okay, let's start the session. Any questions, any doubts? Let me record this session. Okay, I guess it's already recording. Okay, done. Any questions, guys? Any questions, any doubts, any issues? How many of you started practicing? Yes, guys. Can you hear me? Guys, are you able to hear me? Okay,
Yes.
done. So
Yes.
I hope some of you already got the notes and softwares. I already sent you the notes and softwares, guys. So sometimes it will be there in your inbox. Sometimes it will go to your particular spam folder. Please check, and if anyone not yet downloaded that softwares and all, please download the softwares and please start practicing the classes, guys. Otherwise, it's very difficult if you don't practice regularly. It's very difficult. As you know, we are going to connect every Saturdays and Sundays, so you will have weekly 5 days time to practice. At least try to spend 1 or 2 hours initially, so that you will be comfortable with the technology. Then you can easily jump into the technology, right? Shravan, those who completed the payment, they will get the softwares. Okay, right, fine. So any other questions from the last class, guys? SQL Server installation, creating VM. Any questions from the last classes? So can anyone help me how to start the VM? Can you please help me, guys? I want to start the VM now. How can I start the VM?
Just to double click on it or just to go.
Okay, double click on it. Okay, I can start it. Double click on the VM. So this VM and all is created in the last session, Saturday, Sunday. I just shown you how to install Oracle VirtualBox software and how to configure it, and then how to create a VM, and then after creating a VM, how to attach the software to the VM. After attaching the software, how to install the operating system Windows Server 2012. Once the installation is done, how to set up the admin password. Once the password is set up, how to connect to the server or how to log into the server directly. Once that is done, how to set up the remote connections. Once that is done, how to connect to the servers remotely. Okay, how to connect to the servers remotely. So all these things we discussed. After that, we have again attached SQL Server software. Then we have installed SQL Server software. So while installing SQL software, we discussed a lot of things. Can anyone tell me any 2-3 components that we'll get during the installation, guys? Any 2-3 components, any names, at least terminologies.
Database India.
Very good, database engine. Any terminology, guys, any terminology. Nothing, no issues. Any terminology you can tell me. I just want to see how many of you remembered how many terminologies. Yes, database engine, that is a component we'll install during SQL Server. Next.
SQL Server replication.
Very good. That's also one more feature. Next.
Full text semantic.
Full text. That's okay. These are all components. Okay, no problem. And any terminology during installation?
Dot
Means what?
standalone install.
Very good. Super. Standalone installation. Super. Any other terminologies? Any other terminologies? That means you people are not practicing. See, tell me frankly, how many of you at least started installing Oracle VirtualBox? Please raise your hands. No one. Okay. Rafiq started installing Oracle VirtualBox. 2-3 participants, good. And if you can't raise your hand, or if you can't see that a symbol, you can send yes message in the chat. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. At least 6 people. Okay. Good, guys. Good. And then in that case, at least you'll came to know a lot of terminologies during installation, right? Default instance, named instance, service accounts, okay, and collation settings, right? So a lot of things we discussed, right, during the installation. Yeah. Okay, guys, fine. So what we can do now, help me to log into the server. How can I log into the server directly? I tried to put Mac is not supporting with parallel desktop. Pratyusha, one alternative is you have to buy the Windows laptop. You have to, at least if you have any of your friends or relatives, at least you can take it.
Yeah, thinking of that.
Yeah. Parallel anyhow we can fix that issue. That's not an issue. But the thing is, every practice, every component during practicing every topic, again and again you will get the issues. If you have time, if you have patience to fix that issue, you can always check it. Whenever you are getting an issue, you can always check in the Google and you can fix that issue. You will get more knowledge. But I don't have that much time. I don't want to get the issues and all. That's okay. The practice, at least initial days, practice should be smooth. Then at least take try to take laptops, or try to buy the laptop, or at least
Yeah,
one
I
and
have
a
to
half.
do that.
Yeah. Okay. That is the alternative we have. And any question? Yes, guys. Yeah. How to log into this machine directly?
Right side.
Control plus alt plus delete.
Right. Okay. What is the other way? Control plus alt plus delete. Who said this one? Who said control plus alt plus delete?
Sunil. Right side.
Sunil.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay.
Control plus delete.
Okay. Control plus alt plus delete won't work. Okay, you can see here control alt delete, but it won't work. Okay, so we have two ways. One is right control plus delete. That is another way. Another way. What is the second way to log into the machine directly?
The right click and control plus alt
Right click.
in file.
Okay, file. Okay, here.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
No, sorry. Go to the input tab.
Very
Input,
good.
sir.
Okay, input. Okay, input. Go to input and keyboard. You can see insert control or delete, or host plus delete. Host means right control. Host key means right control. Okay, let's use this right control plus delete so that I'm able to get this login screen, guys. Okay, my password is you can see, right? That is my password from local machine MSTS. Yes, that is a remote connection, Rajesh Babu. Okay, direct means you have to use either right control plus delete or input. You have to insert right control plus delete. Okay, that is another option. Remote, of course. Tell me guys how to log into the server remotely. MSTS. I have to type in my local laptop. In my local laptop, right click on this Windows. Okay, you can see run. There you have to type MSTSC. This you have to type in your local laptop. People will do the mistake that they are going to log into the server. Please stop the video, Suresh Babu, Suresh Yadav. No need to turn on the video as of now. Let me stop you. I'll stop you, Suresh. No problem. Done. Okay. So you have to open run in your local laptop. Okay, you have to type MSTSC or simply click on this Windows button. Type remote. Just remote. You will get this window, guys. Just click on this Windows button and type remote. Once you type remote, you will get remote desktop connection. Either RDP or RDC. Both are same. Remote desktop protocol, remote desktop connection. Right, guys. So I want to connect to the server remotely. So what input I have to provide?
IP address.
IP
Very
address.
good. Very good. Very good. So how to get the IP address, guys?
IP config in the CMD. Please enter IP config.
Okay, in the CMD. Okay, IP config. Okay, done. So okay, lot of IPs I got, right? Which IP I have to choose?
IP4.
IP4.
IPv4.
Okay. IPv4. Very good. Very good. 192.168.56.1. Okay. Oh,
You have to go to the virtual box.
okay.
Type here.
Very good. Who is that?
It's me, Rafiq.
Graphic. Very good, Graphic. Okay. Guys, I am opening command prompt in my local laptop. So from where you will get, you are going to connect to which system? From your local laptop, you are trying to pull local laptop information to connect to the local laptop remotely, which is wrong. You have a virtual machine. You have to connect that virtual machine from your local laptop. For that, you should know either virtual machine server name or IP address. So you cannot type CMD in your local laptop. You have to go to the server. As you have already logged into the server, this is my batch 44 VM. Open CMD here. Okay. Now you will get the command prompt here. CMD. Here you have to type IP config. Now you will get the IP address 192.168.1.1, 1.9, sorry. So why I'll logged in every time to see the IP address? Why means this IP address is not fixed. Okay, if I connected to my home network, this is 1.9. If I connected to my mobile hotspots, this might be 1.10. If I connected to my another Wi-Fi, that will be 1.11 or some other IP address. So this IP address keeps changing, but in the organization, this IP address won't be changed. It will be fixed static IP address. Okay, so that whatever IP addresses, you might ask, sir, then how to check? You said we don't have control to this Oracle VirtualBox in the organization. Then how to check the IP of each machine? You don't check like this in the organization. You will have IP address either in your database or you will maintain a spreadsheet or Excel sheet with server names and IP addresses. Or if any issue is there, customers are going to raise a ticket. In that ticket, they are going to mention the server name or IP address. Okay, so that is how it is going to work. Samir, what is that? Please expand VM. Which VM I have to expand? Okay, you are saying this one, it won't work, Samir. It won't work. Okay, if I'm trying to expand this, it won't work. Let me show you. Once we connect it to the server remotely, then you can see the big screen. Okay, right. So 192.168.1.9, right? So that is our IP address. So come outside and the local VM, the local laptop, sorry. Now type your server IP address. What is the IP address? 192.168.1.9. And always you have to check IPv4 only. IPv4 only. And the one more shortcut is, if you see multiple IP addresses like this, see here how many IP addresses you are getting. That means you are opening command prompt in your local laptop, which is not correct. If you open command prompt and if you type ipconfig, you will get only one IP address. You don't get multiple IP addresses. This is one more shortcut that in which server you opened your IP config, either laptop or in your particular Windows server. Okay, so in the organization, this IP won't be changed. First thing. Second thing, this IP will be there in your Excel sheet, or you will get some information from your colleagues, or else if any issue is there in the server, people will raise the tickets. In that ticket, they will mention either server name or IP address. So by using that information, you can log into the server, guys. Okay, so I just gave the details, right? 1.9, 1.9. So let me connect. And one more thing, I'll tell you some challenges with the RDP, guys. In while practicing, first thing is your server should be connected to the internet. If your server is not connected to the internet, see here, if I put my cursor here, you can see on this computer, if I put my cursor, you can see internet access. If you see limited access or no internet access, you cannot connect using remotely. So that is very common thing. That means your server and your local laptop are connecting through internet. If there is no internet, if you are not practicing with your internet, then you cannot connect to the server remotely. That is first challenge. Second challenge, suddenly you are practicing with your Wi-Fi. Okay, everything goes smooth. Suddenly power was gone, so internet was down. Then you started connecting to your local hotspot, your mobile hotspot. Once you changed the network, the IP address of this server will be changed. Okay, then you cannot connect to the server remotely, or remote connection will be lost and the remote connection will be down immediately. After 5 attempts, it will be down immediately. Yes, please.
IP address means internet protocol. That's why it's changing whenever we are changing the internet connection.
Correct.
Right?
IP is a kind of like I told you, like one example. It's a kind of phone number. Okay, if I want to talk to you, I have to either type your phone number or type your name in my phone book, so that automatically you will get a call. The phone number is a fixed phone number that you are using. In the organization also, in the same way, we'll use it fixed IP address. It won't be changed. It will be fixed static IP address, we'll call. Okay, there are two IP addresses. One is static, second one is dynamic. If you don't set static, it will take the dynamic IP address, which will be changed every time when you change the network or internet. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, so for same network, the IP will be
So for
same.
same network, most of the time it will be same. Last time also, if you observe, the same 1.9 is there. Last time also, if you observed, for the same network you are using, 90% it will be same, but there might be a chances it might change. So always better to check the IP address before connecting to the RDP.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, done. Right, so I have to provide the server password, guys. Server password, while after installation of server, you will prompted to give administrator password. That password you have to give while connecting to the server remotely. Right, now I just connected to the server remotely. Right, again, there are two challenges, guys. One is you have to connect to the internet to work RDP, and one more challenge is there. Yes, let me tell you, guys. What happened? Your username. Okay, let me give correct password. Done. Right. So one more challenge I'll tell you. What is the other challenge, guys? What are the two challenges we have? One is, okay, so one is you should connect to the internet to work with your RDP. Second is, if you change the internet, this one I have to continue, right? In the middle of the practice, your power was down, or your internet is not working, your Wi-Fi or the one which you are connected to the internet, it is not working, then you just change the network. Then it won't detect that IP address automatically. Immediately the remote connection will be down. Immediately this will be closed. suddenly this remote connection will be, server will be up and running, but remote connection will be closed, guys. Then in that case, what you have to do, you have to restart the VM. Then it will detect the new IP address. Okay. If the network is changed in the middle of the practice, please restart your VM. Okay. Stop it, start it. Or else you know how to restart the server, right? Go to the server. Okay. Go to the server. You can see power, Windows button. There you can see power button. There you can see restart button. Okay. Restart button. You can just click on restart. Right. So these are all the practice that you have to do in your local laptop, guys. We don't do these kind of practices in the organization on the real-time servers and all. Just to, like, in case of any roadblocks are there during practice, these are some tips that we can avoid. Right. Another thing that you have to remember is not everyone can utilize the RDP access. Not everyone can utilize the RDP access. Those who are using Windows 10 Pro, those who are using Windows, your local laptop Windows should be Windows 10 Pro. For that only, for that OS only it will work, guys. Okay, again I am saying RDP will work only for Windows 10 Pro. Means you are connecting from your local laptop, right? So your local laptop OS should be MS Info 32. If you open, you can see which version of OS you are using. You can see here. Okay, your local laptop OS should be Microsoft Windows 10 Pro. Just check it now whether you have that OS or not. Only those people can utilize RDP access. Then what about others? How others can practice, guys? If you are not using Windows 10 Pro, you can utilize MSTSC feature, remote desktop feature, right? But if you are not using Windows 10 Pro, if you don't have Windows 10 Pro, how you can practice? You know, guys, you know the answer. I hope you can hear me.
What is RDP?
RDP, remote desktop protocol. It's a way of connecting to the server remotely. Guys, RDP is just a remote protocol to connect to the server remotely. It's not mandatory that you are able to connect to the server remotely using RDP only. Anyhow, you have direct connection, right? You can directly log into the server, you can continue your practice. You have two ways, either connect directly or connect remotely. If remote option is not working, log into the server directly. Control host control, like right control plus delete, and you can complete your practice, but you cannot maximize the window and all. See, this much how you will get if you connect to the server remotely, like directly. This is the big screen you will get. You cannot maximize it. Okay, right, guys? That is how it will work. If RDP is not working, that's not an issue at all. It's not a roadblock to you. You can simply log into the server directly and you can continue your practice. Okay, right, guys? And if RDP is working, you can easily copy paste the things from your local laptop to Windows server. If RDP is not working, then you have to, what you can do, guys, one more suggestion. This class will be closed in 10 minutes, means every 40 minutes class will be closed automatically. Use the same link to join. Okay, every 40 minutes means 7:40 it will be closed automatically. If I am in the class, like if I cannot convey the same in the last minute, please use the same link to connect immediately and join immediately. Right, chalo guys. Now we just logged into the server. Fine, that's fine. Now in the last class we have already installed SQL Server, guys. Listen carefully. So in the last class we have already installed SQL Server. SQL Server has been installed. Okay. Right. So now I want to connect to the SQL Server, guys. What tool I should have?
SSMS.
Very good. SQL Server. So to connect to SQL Server, we will use one tool called SSMS. Okay, Server Management Studio. Okay, this is the tool. Okay, this by using this tool will connect to the server. Guys, any software, remember one thing, any software will have an architecture called client server architecture. Client server architecture. Okay, client server architecture, guys. Any software. So in our case, SSMS is the client. Using this SSMS will connect to the server, and server means your SQL server database engine. Okay, so without SSMS, SQL server will be up and running. SSMS will only help you to connect to the running servers, running SQL servers or running instance. We used one word called instance in our last class. Instance means what, guys? One SQL server software copy is called one instance. One SQL server software copy is called one instance. How many SQL servers I can install? How many instances I can install in a machine?
One default 49 named.
49
One default instance and the 49 named instances I can install in my single Windows machine. Okay, right. So one instance, one SQL Server software is called one instance, guys. Right. So you will have your WhatsApp, right? One WhatsApp copy, and you can have two WhatsApp copies also in your mobile phone. One copy, one instance. Two copy, two instances. Like that. One SQL server, if you install, that is one instance. If you install two SQL servers, two instances. Like that, you can install 50 instances in your particular Windows server, guys. Okay, chalo. Right. So SQL Server is a client server architecture. Our client is SSMS and server is your SQL Server database engine. By using this SSMS, we are going to connect to the database engine, guys. Okay. So if there is no SSMS, we cannot connect to database engine. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Any questions, any doubts, guys? Okay, chalo. Let's connect to the see, let me tell you a brief about SSMS. Up to SQL Server 2014, up to SQL Server 2014, SSMS is an inbuilt software. Up to SQL Server 2014, SSMS is an inbuilt software. So while installing the SQL Server, I hope you remember component screen during the installation. In the component screen, we will have two sections. Can anyone tell me what are those two sections? I'll give you a gift.
Shared instances.
Sir, feature instance.
Default.
No. Close it to the answer, but not correct answer.
Once again, repeat me, sir.
During a component selection, during
Specific and
installation.
shared instances. Specific and shared instances.
Not
Instance
instances. Okay, correct. During the installations, in the component section, in the feature section, we have two sections: specific features, shared features.
Features.
So the gift in mine. Okay, the gift is mine, guys. Okay, I don't want to give you. So once I got the correct response, then I'll give you the gift. Right, specific features and shared features. Specific features means, as you know, database engine replication full text comes under specific features. Shared features means some shared features are there: client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK. These are some shared features. Okay, so up to 2014, SSMS also is a shared feature. Okay, so that while selecting that shared feature, you have to simply select SSMS, so that, or you have to select a management studio or management tools, so that you will get the SSMS. Okay, during installation itself. Means I want to say one thing: no need to install separately up to SQL Server 2014. If you are installing SQL Server up to 2014, means SQL Server 2000, and SSMS is introduced from SQL Server 2005, guys. This SSMS is introduced from SQL Server 2005. Before that, we have Object Explorer, SQL Server 2000, just 2000. These and all, no need to remember. No one will ask you mostly, but again, it's good to have knowledge. SQL Server 2000, we have Object Explorer. SQL Server 2005 onwards, SSMS is introduced. Okay, so from SQL Server 2005 to SQL Server 2014, no need to install the SSMS separately. You can choose management tools, okay, while installing the SQL Server. That management tools will be there in the shared features. Right. If you have a time, you will get old like 2012 softwares, okay, in your internet and all. You can download it and you can install it so that you can see this management feature, management tools and all. Right. From SQL Server 2016 onwards, SSMS is separated. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to install SQL Server and you have to install SSMS also. For SQL Server 2016, 2017, 2019, 2022, the same case. SSMS is separated from your SQL Server software. So once SQL Server installation is done, you have to install SSMS also separately. Okay, sir, how to get that SSMS? Go to Google, simply type, okay, Google, type download SQL Server Management Studio. Just type like that. You will get the latest version of SSMS. You can see, guys, remember one thing, whenever you are doing or whenever you are trying to download anything, make sure you are downloading from trusted websites, guys. This is from Microsoft, docs.microsoft.com. Okay, this is a trusted website, guys. Always try to download from your trusted websites only. Don't try to download from third-party websites and all. Right, chalo. Right click, open new tab. You can see, go down. You can see here, free download SQL Server. Okay, Management Studio SSMS 18.12. This is the latest version. Okay, download SSMS 19 preview. Okay, this is SSMS 19. This is a SSMS 19 preview, guys. Do you remember CTP?
Community
Ah,
preview technology.
That is CPT, not CTP. Okay, Community Technology Preview. Right. So this is the test copy, means they are trying to release a new version of SSMS, not SQL Server, guys. SSMS 19 they are planning to release. So before releasing into the market, they are going to release as a preview. See here, preview 2. This is preview 1 is already released, so this is a preview 2. So if you want to work with, you can download this SSMS 19 or you can practice. But controls, most of the controls will be same, guys. Sir, what is the difference between SSMS 18.12 and SSMS 19? Means the theme and all will be same. Might be one or two extra controls or extra features will be there. That's it. That is only SSMS, guys. You can download this. Just click on it. You can download it. This is released. Oh, this is very recent one. June 9th. Yesterday's one only. This was. What happened? I got some message. Okay. There's an issue with my internet, guys. The packets are dropping. That's why remote connection is closed automatically. Right. I'm downloading SSMS setup. Okay. Let me connect to the server again.